guys, my name's Amy and I'm going to be talking to you a bit about the Miami Peach program. So I did this program back in October and it's a 10-week program, so I did it from October the 1st to the middle of December, and I honestly can't thank Liam enough for the results that I've got from it. And yeah, I just thought that as it's starting up in about a week's time, I believe, I thought that I would tell you a bit about it, give you a bit more information and tell you about my experience with it and the things that I learned from it and the results that I got. So I've got a few notes in front of me, so if you're wondering why I'm looking down, then that's why. So if you don't already know what Miami Peach is, it's a group-based program of PT sessions. You get 3 sessions a week and there's different session times, so it means that you can cater around different people. I work a 9 to 5 and I managed to go to all 3 sessions every week because I was really wanting to sort of put all my time into it and make sure that I went as much as I could to get the most out of the program. So these sessions focus on building strength. The main thing for most people is that they want to get a bit stronger, they want to improve their compound movements like deadlifts, hip thrusts, and those are some things that I had never tried before until I did this program. And that was kind of the main reason I did it, because I was so scared to go into the normal gym and do a deadlift because I had no idea how to do it. And I thought, you know what, maybe I can do a program with a PT who's going to show me exactly how to do these things and give me a bit of more confidence while I'm at it. So yeah, and I met some really lovely girls when I was doing it. It's such a nice environment to be doing a group session. I always found one-to-one PT sessions very intimidating. They're each to their own, I think. Personally, I thought that it was more pressure to be on your own. You can't hide as much, which, I mean, even in these sessions you can't, because Liam makes sure that you put the work in, you know. But yeah, I just found that the group sessions were really nice. You had each other to cheer each other on. Like if I was feeling rubbish and my sort of weight partner, if they were struggling as well, then they're like, no, you've just got a couple more reps, come on, and they'll push you further, and it's really nice to have that kind of support system there. So you get the 3 sessions a week. There's usually about 6 different sessions to choose from, and then depending on how many people book onto each one. So in my program there was like 6 AM sessions, 7 PM, 8:45 on various different days, so you can kind of mix and match and see what works for you. Liam's really good at catering to different people, especially in terms of the actual session, which I'll get into. So you also get a calorie goal. So this is, I think you don't have to do this, it's an optional thing. So you give your weight, you give your height, and then he works out a calorie goal for you. I got given 1600, which I kept for most of the program. But then when I was getting a bit more confident, I started going to the gym on my own. So I ended up going about 5 times a week. So I decided that I was going to up it slightly to 1800, which I let Liam know, and he was happy with that based on the amount of sessions and workouts that I was doing. So yes, you get a calorie goal, you get access to a Facebook chat. I think we made ours into a WhatsApp chat based on the amount of people that had Facebook. It just worked out better for us, but it depends on the people doing the program. And there'll be regular posts on that, whether it's food, form tips, exercise tips. So he might post something saying, these are 5 exercises that people do which don't actually hit the glutes, but they're always advertised as hitting the glutes, and it's tips on better ways to utilise your session, things like that, and I found them really helpful. And it's also a way of cheering each other on, so we would post progress photos in those chats, we would post what we're eating that day, and yeah, it was really nice to have like the girls saying, oh my god, like your back progress is really good, or that meal looks delicious, or what protein powder are you using? I'm using this one. And it was just a nice positive environment to be in and getting tips from each other, and you'd learn so much from that online space. It was really nice. And we actually still have it now, so you can arrange private sessions if you wanted to go to the gym on a Thursday and you want to see any of the other girls in the group wanted to go, then you can just put it on the chat. So it's quite useful in that sense. Liam's always available for questions, so I would message him the odd time and say, you know, I'm struggling with this, what do you think is the best way to solve it? Like, I don't know about this exercise, I can't seem to get higher than a certain weight on it, or I get bloated if I eat these foods, do you know anything about that? He gave me vitamin recommendations, so because I'm on a vegan diet, he gave me recommendations of like supplements to take, so that was really useful. And yeah, it's just a lovely group to work out with. I had such fun, and when it was coming to an end, we were actually all quite upset because it is just such a nice environment. Like, I love my single sessions that I do, because at the moment I go about 5 times a week on my own, and I do really like those sessions because I find that it's quite a nice like headspace for me to release any stress and stuff like that. But yeah, the group sessions were really, really nice, and it was a nice focus. You could get so much motivation from each other. It was a really nice environment. One of the things that I want to cover quickly is weightlifting and becoming bulky. So many people think that you're going to become bulky if you're weightlifting, and this just shows how much of a difference it can make for fat loss, for improving strength, improving form. Like, when you're doing this kind of program where you're doing deadlifts and like heavy hip thrust, deadlifts, squats, that kind of thing, a lot of time people assume that you're going to get really bulky, and so many people, like even myself, I found that I actually lost weight from it. I became leaner, and then I was also building muscle at the same time, and I've continued doing that now, and I've taken so many tips from Liam, like even when it comes to things like what exercises I'm putting into my workout plan. I'm like, oh, I won't do that because I remember Liam saying that this one is a better one for hitting the glutes, or this one's better for quads, and then I know which ones I want to put in which session to make it most effective. So I definitely learned a lot, and even in the sessions, like, your time was utilised. Like, if you're resting, you would get your rest periods, like sufficient 30 seconds rest or a minute rest depending on what you're doing. But Liam would constantly be like, right, you're doing this so that we're not wasting any time. You get the full hour, if not more. Sometimes we would go over by the odd 5 minutes because he's like, oh, you know, do you have time to fit another set in? And I was thinking, yeah, I want to really push myself today. Let's do it. And we would put in that extra set just so that we can, you know, get the most out of the session. Like, it was so well planned. Like, everything was well structured. Even when it comes to walking into a busy gym, like, you would walk in and most PTs might think, oh my god, you know, those 2 things that I planned for the session, like cables and the free weights, are both taken. What am I going to do? And literally on the ball, like, Liam was straight away like, right, we're doing this because that's taken, we're doing this because that's taken, and he was always able to cater for that. And also people's injuries. I'm not sure if it was a shoulder or an elbow injury, but there was a girl in my program that I did last year, and she had an injury in her arm. So there were certain exercises that she couldn't do, and Liam would say, right, you're going to do this form of this exercise, so that, or this variation of that exercise, so that you don't injure yourself further. But it means that she can still take part, she can still become stronger and lose weight if she wants to, but it's not being affected by this injury. So he had obviously done research to make sure that he could cater for that, which is a really nice way of like making everyone get the most out of their program. So yeah, he's really good at doing that. And the main things that I found from the program was that it not only improved my physical appearance, but it also helped me mentally. I was never really into weightlifting. I did cardio about 6 times a week. I used to go to spin classes a lot, and it was just not going anywhere. I found that I was being really, really tired all the time, and I wasn't losing any weight. I was just staying the same, and I was thinking, well, I'm doing spin 5 times a week, why am I not burning all these calories? And I would burn maybe 700-800 calories most in one of my Miami sessions, least probably about 500. Whereas when I was doing spin and I was literally dripping, as horrible as it sounds, I was only burning about 300 calories, and that's not building enough muscle to make a difference. So I just found that I was thinking, right, I need to stop this, it's not working, it's not efficient, and it was kind of just a waste of time. I did that for about a year and it just wasn't doing anything. And then I saw a couple of posts about Miami Peach, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this and see, like, I'll just inquire and see if I like it. And yeah, Liam came back with all the details, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And it was really out of my comfort zone in terms of like my anxiety and stuff. Even just the first meeting in the gym, I was like, where are we meeting in the gym? Because I was so anxious to go into the weight area because I'd never been in there. And gym anxiety is such a horrible thing. When you just want to sort of improve your physique and you're too scared to just go into the weight area, because it is intimidating. And now I'll walk around there in a sports bra and leggings and not even care who's looking at me, which, you know, I would wear a jumper to some sessions before because I was, you know, too scared about walking around the gym. It's just interesting how much it can change your perspective and build your confidence. And yeah, I can't thank him enough. Like, it's done so much. I just find that it's kind of like a lifestyle now. I'm constantly sort of looking forward to my sessions, and yeah, it's just a really nice part of my day, I think. And it never used to be that focused in my life on like fitness. I used to just do it because I wanted to lose weight, which was because I was so tired from all these spin sessions and HIIT sessions, and I wasn't getting anywhere, so it felt like a chore. Whereas I can actually see the results now. But yeah, like the anxiousness of walking into a gym, it's so different when you're working out as a group, and it's quite reassuring because some of the other people in the group are also just as scared to be in the gym as you are. I used to literally run to the class because I didn't want to see anyone in the normal gym. Like, it was ridiculous, but it happens to everyone. So yeah, it improves your confidence. I found that it reduced my anxiety levels. I do find that when I don't go to the gym, the anxiety levels like creep up, so it is such a nice release and like stress release as well. And yeah, learning new exercises, things that you wouldn't have tried before. I think it's just such a good way to learn more about the gym and different exercises you can use to improve not only your glutes and lower body, but also your upper body and your abs, because Liam adds in those components as well so that you get the most out of the program, so that it's not just, you know, a glute program. But even things like deadlifts, they work your back, they work your arms, they work your core, because it's not just a lower body movement. So yeah, even some of the compound movements which are labelled as lower body, they work everywhere else as well. So yeah, but I think it's a really good program. I'm not just saying this because I've done it, but the results that I've seen are incredible. I'm thinking that we're going to add some clips of like deadlifts and things at the end, and I'll also add a progress photo for you so that you can see the difference, and in terms of like back progress and how much weight I lost. Even though I wasn't that big to begin with, I still wanted to lose a few pounds. And yeah, you can definitely see the difference in the space of 10 weeks. It's incredible. And it's right before Christmas, so it worked out quite well because then I could eat before Christmas. But yes, the program is perfect timing for summer. Like, do 10 weeks of this program and then you're going to have your summer body ready. Like, yeah, you definitely need it. So yeah, if you're interested, then you want to DM the Miami Peach Instagram. I think it's just Miami_Peach_club, and yeah, Liam will give you any details on the program, prices, how many spaces are left, all that kind of stuff. He sent us a little program so that we knew everything that was included, but obviously I've gone into it. So yeah, I hope you found this useful, and I'm hoping that some of you might appear on the Miami Peach Instagram once you've signed up, or if you do, because yeah, there's the odd post that he does for the group sessions just to sort of show appreciation for people's work and stuff. So yeah, if you're interested, then comment down below and get in touch with Liam.